Hi friends, Frankie here. As you may already know, summer in Japan is super hot and humid. You just kind of have to accept the fact that you'll be dripping in sweat as soon as you step outside. This is my 6th summer here, and even though I don't particularly like the heat, or sweating, I've found a lot of ways to enjoy summer and give myself a lot of things to look forward to. So let's take a look at some of the random things I've been up to this summer, and maybe it'll give you some ideas if you also visit Japan during the summer. Let's start with one of my favorite places in Kyoto, Kifune Shrine. In July, up until about mid-August, you can find the shrine decorated for Tanabata, the Star Festival. It's a story of two star-crossed lovers that originated from China. I'm going to read a short version of the story, and I'll have the source linked below. This is the story of two lovers. Princess Orihime, the seamstress, wove beautiful clothes by the heavenly river, represented by the Milky Way. Because Orihime worked so hard weaving beautiful clothes, she became sad and despaired of ever finding love. Her father, who was a god of the heavens, loved her deeply and arranged for her to meet Hikoboshi, the cow herder who lived on the other side of the Milky Way. The two fell in love instantly and married. Their love and devotion was so deep that Orihime stopped weaving and Hikoboshi allowed his cows to wander the heavens. Orihime's father became angry and forbade the lovers to be together, but Orihime pleaded with him to allow them to stay. He loved his daughter, so he decreed that the two star-crossed lovers could meet once a year on the 7th day of the 7th month if Orihime returned to her weaving. On the first day they were to be reunited, they found the river, Milky Way, to be too difficult to cross. Orihime became so despondent that a flock of magpies came and made a bridge for her. It's said that if it rains on Tanabata, the magpies will not come, and the two lovers must wait another year to be reunited. So Japanese always wish for good weather on Tanabata. The end. For this holiday, people usually write wishes on a slip of paper and tie it to a bamboo branch. I will never pass up the chance to make a wish, so of course I did it. From May to October, there are cafes and restaurants that offer seating along the Kifune River, as long as the weather is good. I've been here in November, and some of the places are still open, but there's no river seating. I'm pretty sure most of these places are closed in the winter, though. This area does get a decent amount of snow. Something that's really fun to try in the summer is nagashi soumen, cold noodles flowing in fresh water. I posted on TikTok about this place, and a lot of commenters thought it looks unsanitary. There are definitely other restaurants or even at-home noodle slides if you're not comfortable eating here, but personally I had no issue with it because everyone is assigned a specific lane. You're only sharing with your friends, and the water is constantly flowing, so it doesn't go through twice. Same thing with the noodles. So yeah, if you miss the noodles, you don't get noodles. So no, you're not sharing saliva with strangers. Inside the bamboo flume, it's stainless steel, so the staff clean it after each party. The price for this course is 1,500 yen, around $12 US. Next up, in early June, the homeboy and I went to Biwako Valley. All I really knew about this place was that there's a cable car to get up there, and there's a really nice view of Lake Biwa. The cable car ride was pretty short, but it was surprisingly steep. Once you get up there, there are some chairlifts that are free of charge, a few places to grab food and drinks, lots of places to lounge, and activities like a grass slide, some games, and even a zip line. In the winter, you can ski and snowboard here. I missed my chance this past winter, but you better believe I'm going next winter. On another day in early June, I met my friends Kendall and Amy in Moriyama, Shiga, and we rode bikes to the Sagawa Art Museum to see a Banksy exhibition. That particular exhibition is finished now, but the museum is really lovely. It looks like it's floating. After that, we just cycled a bit before parting ways. Depending what part of Japan you're in, if you're there in June, you're likely to encounter the rainy season. It is a bit of a bummer when it rains nearly every day, but one of the silver linings of rainy season is the hydrangeas. I met up with a new friend and we drove to a northern area of Kyoto Prefecture to a temple called Ajisaidera. Ajisai is hydrangea in Japanese, and the place really does live up to the name. Since we were already kind of in the area, we also drove to a place in Hyogo Prefecture called Taka Lavender Park. It was one of the only places in Kansai with a decent-sized lavender field when I searched for it. They have a variety of lavender, so it doesn't all bloom at the same time, but from the end of May until about mid-July, you can hopefully find a bit of lavender in bloom. I did travel to Hokkaido to see the epic lavender fields there, but that is for another video. I'm not sure if Taka Lavender Park is worth the 2-hour drive from Osaka if you're only going to this one place, but if you find some other things to do that are kind of nearby, then it would be worth stopping by. In July, Kyoto holds one of the biggest festivals in Japan, Gion Matsuri. In 2020 and 2021, the festival was, of course, canceled, so it was really exciting that it was on again this summer. It happens over 2 weekends. The first weekend, there were more floats in the parade, and it was also more crowded, so I waited for the second week instead. It was still pretty epic. Back to Osaka, Team Lab opened a new exhibition at Nagai Botanical Garden. It's open to the public now, but I was invited to see the exhibition a few days before it opened. It's a permanent exhibition, but a few things will change depending on the season. For example, sunflowers are not always in bloom, so you might find some other flowers here, like cosmos in the fall. If you go, I would recommend bringing comfortable shoes because the garden is surprisingly big, and also some bug spray. On another day, I was back in Shiga. One of my favorite summer sights is lotus flowers. Actually, I just really love the giant leaves. The flowers are really pretty too, though. The ones at this park are a bit special because the lotus flowers have so many petals. They're almost like peonies. You have to catch them at specific times, though, if you want to see the petals open. There's also a sunflower field nearby in Moriyama, but unfortunately, the sunflowers were all very droopy. I don't think there had been much rain, so the ground was bone dry, and the flowers were very sad. Since I had the car, I also drove to a private beach at Biwako. The most popular swimming area around the lake is called Omimaiko, and it's definitely beautiful, but it's always crowded. I prefer to go a little further down to a beach like this. It looks about the same, and it's not crowded. If you drive, the parking fee is 1,200 yen per car, so if you have a lot of people, you can just split that, and it's 100 yen per person for swimming. If you walk from the station or ride a bike, all you have to do is pay the swimming fee, so less than $1 for a private beach. Sounds like a pretty good deal to me. Another summer festival in Kyoto is Daimonji. This marks the end of Obon, a summer holiday where the dead ancestors come back to Earth, and this fire ritual sends them back peacefully. For the past couple years, Daimonji didn't happen either, and it almost didn't happen again this year as well because it started pouring about 30 minutes before the fires were meant to be lit. Luckily, the rain stopped just in time. I have a couple clips of this beach in Fukui as well. Fukui is not part of Kansai, but look how clear and calm the water is. I grew up in New Jersey and the beaches don't have huge waves necessarily, but it's not this calm. The water in Fukui was really warm, and I did get stung by a jellyfish. And finally, I spent a couple days at Shirahama, one of the most popular beach towns in Wakayama Prefecture. It's about a 2 or 2.5 hour drive from Osaka, so it's definitely doable as a day trip. I had not seen my friend Ariana since October though, so we decided to stay overnight so we could hang out longer and also have a peaceful morning at the beach before the crowd showed up. That's all I got for you today. Technically, there are still a few weeks left of summer, but it's been really eventful so far. Next up, I think I'll be taking you up north to Hokkaido. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a great week, and I'll catch you later. Bye!